Imagine this. You're standing on the edge of existence, on a planet not your own. The rules are different here. Gravity pulls harder, or maybe not at all. The air is toxic, or there's no air at all. In this episode, we're diving deep into the ultimate question. What would it feel like to die on every planet in our solar system? It's a grim thought, but it's a story you won't forget.
Venus, the so-called Hell's Gate of our solar system. Its thick, toxic atmosphere is a crushing monster. The air is mostly carbon dioxide, laced with sulfuric acid clouds. The pressure on Venus is like being 3,000 feet underwater on Earth. The moment you step onto its surface, the weight of the atmosphere will crush you flat. But even if that didn't kill you instantly, the heat would. Venus boasts temperatures hot enough to melt lead. Nearly 900 degrees Fahrenheit, 475 degrees Celsius. Imagine suffocating in a sauna filled with acid, unable to move under the crushing weight. That's Venus, a planet where death isn't just inevitable. It's a fiery...
Mars might seem tame in comparison. Its red landscapes and thin atmosphere give it a misleading charm. But don't be fooled. The air is 95% carbon dioxide and offers no protection from the sun's radiation. Without a suit, your blood would start boiling in seconds as the pressure dropped. It wouldn't take long for your organs to rupture. And then there's the cold, average temperatures of minus 80 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 60 degrees Celsius. Imagine trying to take a breath, but finding nothing there. Death on Mars would come quietly, as your body gave up against the emptiness. Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun, a place of extremes. During the day, temperatures climb to nearly 800 degrees Fahrenheit, 430 degrees Celsius. If you stood under its relentless glare, your body would sizzle and char in seconds, like a piece of meat on a skillet. But step into the shade and it's a different story. Night falls quickly, and so does the temperature, plummeting to minus 330 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 200 degrees Celsius. Imagine freezing solid moments after being burned alive. There's no atmosphere to protect you, no oxygen to breathe. Your lungs would collapse instantly in the vacuum. Death on Mercury would be swift, cruel, and silent. Jupiter. Now, we approach the gas giant Jupiter. Forget standing on a surface. There isn't one. As you fall into the planet's endless layers of gas, the pressure and temperature rise exponentially. First, you'd pass through clouds of ammonia. Then, deeper down, the winds, 5 times faster than a hurricane, would tear you apart. But you wouldn't even make it to the planet's core, where the pressure is millions of times greater than Earth's. Death here would be a prolonged fall into oblivion, where your body is crushed and shredded in a vortex of unimaginable power. Saturn. Saturn might look serene with its iconic rings, but its atmosphere hides a brutal reality. Like Jupiter, there's no solid ground, just a descent into chaos. Its clouds are composed of ammonia and methane, and its winds can reach speeds of over 1,100 miles per hour, 1,800 kilometers per hour. Imagine falling into a never-ending hurricane, the gases around you igniting under the pressure. Your body would be squashed and obliterated long before reaching anything resembling a core. Saturn would tear you apart and erase every trace of your existence. Uranus. Uranus, the ice giant. Its bluish hue might seem calming, but it's anything but friendly. The atmosphere is made up of hydrogen, helium, and methane, offering nothing for a human to breathe. But the cold is what seals your fate here. Temperatures plunge to minus 370 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 224 degrees Celsius. The moment you set foot on Uranus, you'd freeze solid, becoming a human popsicle. But there's more. Beneath its gaseous layers lies a mysterious ocean of icy water and ammonia. If the cold didn't kill you fast enough, the crushing pressure in this strange sea certainly would. Neptune. Neptune is colder, darker, and more violent than Uranus. Winds here are the fastest in the solar system, reaching a staggering 1,200 miles per hour, 1,931 kilometers per hour. Imagine standing in a tornado, so strong it shreds you to pieces. And then there's the temperature, plummeting to minus 400 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 240 degrees Celsius. Like Uranus, Neptune is an ice giant, but its storms are legendary. If you somehow survived the cold, the winds would pick you apart molecule by molecule, scattering your remains across a sea of frozen gas. Pluto, dwarf planet. Pluto, while no longer officially a planet, deserves its place here. It's small, distant, and unforgiving, with surface temperatures hovering around minus 375 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 225 degrees Celsius. It's a frozen wasteland. The lack of atmosphere means you'd suffocate instantly, but unlike the crushing pressures of Venus or the stormy chaos of Neptune, death on Pluto is eerily calm. Your body would freeze, perfectly preserved in the icy silence. It's almost peaceful, if death in space can ever be called that. Beyond our solar system. Now, imagine venturing beyond the solar system. What would death be like on rogue planets, black holes, or distant stars? A rogue planet without a star might freeze you in eternal darkness. A black hole would stretch you into an unrecognizable thread in a process scientists call spaghettification. And a supernova, a dying star, would vaporize you in an instant with its explosive power. Each planet offers its unique kind of death, a reminder of just how fragile life is. Our Earth is a rare gem, a haven in an otherwise hostile universe. But as terrifying as these planetary deaths sound, they also reveal the raw, untamed power of the cosmos. It's a reminder of how small we are and how extraordinary it is that we exist at all.